Hello guys, how are you doing? So, welcome back to my reactions, and as you can see I'm going to watch episode 4 of the second season of Geass today. So this last episode was really interesting. We got to learn about some new things, and mostly about the power that this guy has, Rollo, and it was really insane to see it. Apparently he is able to stop time around him, or at least like the people in a specific area are basically stopped in time, so they won't remember anything that happened. And we could see that happening when he was killing the other guy with Violetta around, and both of them were basically stopped. And when Violetta returned, she kept saying the things she was saying before. So it's like she didn't even notice it, but she knows about his power, so she knew what was going to happen. But yeah, it's a really scary power, and Lelouch really needs to be careful about it, as we saw at the end of the episode. I'm not too sure of what exactly happened there, because one time he was pointing the gun at Rollo, and suddenly he was the one with the gun being pointed at him. So yeah, I don't believe if we heard a gunshot or not, but after that, there was like the other Chinese guy started going after the Black Knights and attacking the other people, so things started getting really serious. But yeah, I'm not too sure of what's going to happen. It's definitely going to be interesting to see it. But we also got to see some other things, and mostly this one that got me really surprised, and it was about how Lelouch didn't have his eye activated. So I was actually not paying too much attention to that, but we knew from the previous season that he lost control of it, so it was always activated. But I didn't know if, because he lost, or because he got his memory sealed before, he couldn't remember like who he was, and then he got his memories back because of CC. But at that point, I didn't know if his power was still going to keep activated all the time or not. But it seems that that is the case. The power is still on, but they found this way of having this lens on his eye to prevent it from being used on people. So if he wants to use it from now on, he actually needs to remove it every time. So that's really interesting, and we could see it happening against Rollo. But yeah, it didn't end that well for Lelouch, and then I'm not too sure of how he is right now, because that scene got interrupted, just like I said. And it was really nice to see how it was like there was this scene with him together with Shirley, and she was having a good time with him, even though this was mostly part of his plan to trick all of these guys who were like checking on him, basically spying on him to see if he was actually Zero or not. It was because there's this specific moment with all of those guys who got like arrested and are about to be executed, and Zero really needs to show up if he wants to save those guys, and I'm not too sure of how that's going to happen. Don't know if CC is going to be playing Zero again. But yeah, that's something to learn with these next episodes. We know that all of these episodes show a lot, and there's always a lot of action during it. So yeah, really can't wait to start this one. So I hope you guys are ready, and let's start it. There's a lot of those powers though. Yeah. We see that his plan is to start conquering that country again, step by step. He took possession of that small place before. Now he wanted to take possession of I believe it was the school grounds, I'm not too sure. It was the place where Rollo and the others were. But yeah, he was not expecting that guy to have this kind of power, so he really needs to be careful. We know that he's really smart. He was like really clever about the way he did things before. To get to be with Rolo alone, but something unexpected happened. It was still really nice to see those moments with Charlie. Really like her, and it was basically looking like a day to her. So she was having a good time with Lelouch. And I wonder if it was Vivi who gave the power to Rolo. Because we know that was Vivi who kidnapped Nunnally, so... Is that him? It's Rolo, right? Oh. Okay, so this is something that I wanted a confirmation. How many people you can use it on? Damn. Well, pretty much, yeah. Oh. It's quite sad though. It's just being used. Hmm. Yep. It's really broken. Yeah, he kills him. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it's basically their own sense of time. I mean, time overall doesn't stop, but they stop noticing it. Like they're stuck in time. Not stuck in time. It's really hard to explain it. Hmm. I highly doubt that. Probably is some sort of plan. Hmm. Trying to mess with him. Trying to manipulate him. I feel a bit bad about Rolo right now after learning that. Just it's just basically a tool, so that's really sad. Um. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder though. Yeah, he needs to be careful about what he does. Hmm. It's not going to be easy. Oh, about the guy he killed before. Oh, that's going to change Rolo. Hmm. Hopefully he comes and saves him. But he needs to be smart about how he does it. Yeah. If he doesn't show up, that would be good for them either way. Hmm. She's like missing. Wonder what she's doing. It's been a year and she hasn't appeared yet, so. Yeah, he was with that power. He had the power on him, right? I think it was shown in the previous episodes. Not too sure. Hmm. Yeah, I just noticed this guy is using Cornelia's nightmare. The last thing we saw from Cornelia was when she was laying down, really hurt, telling Suzaku what to do, right, and believing in him, and making him a knight as well. Hmm. Oh. Oh. He's using it. He was the one using it before as well, right? I don't think he was supposed to be here right now. It's going to show up, right? And I got the feeling that Violetta still has some small feelings about Ogi. Not too sure, but we'll see. Hmm. I see. Oh, he's right there. Oh. Yeah, the objective was for him to get CC right. Don't know how that's going to happen. It's really hard to predict anything in this anime. I wonder if it's really him or CC again with the recording. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, they're like fooling them, making them believe that they're together. But they're both here, so that's why Rolo wasn't supposed to be in that nightmare. Okay, it's really him. Damn. Oh. Hmm. What is this thinking? Hmm. Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. Oh. Oh, damn. Just like that. He's going to kill himself. Damn, these orders though. Damn. Also, that's why. Yeah, that wasn't pretty. Oh, and that as well. Damn. Hmm. Oh, yeah, that one is wrong. I wonder if he died or not. The glass is broke, but hmm. Oh, it's him, of course. Yeah, and that nightmare is no joke. So wonder what's the plan. Oh, oh, was this on purpose? Just to make Rolo have adapt to him? Yeah. This is probably going to change Rolo a lot. Maybe you will get him on his side. That would be quite something. Yeah, and he prevented it. Is he changing sides? Yeah. Oh. Hmm. Just pretending. Damn. That was really interesting. And they got saved, which is really good. Well, Damn. It's actually happening, right? Hmm. Okay, so yeah, that was on purpose. He manipulated that guy. Yeah. That sounded really planned. That was, again, really smart of him. Damn. I understand what he's doing, but I don't think he should. Oh, there was Suzaku. I like what he's doing. That is, he found this really clever way of doing everything. He managed to get Rolo on his side, even though he's only looking at him like a tool and still blaming him for a lot and saying that he will never replace Nunnally and that after he gets Nunnally back, he's just going to discard Rolo. So that's the only thing that I don't really like because from what we've learned, Rolo got this power, this Geass power, and is able to, like they were mentioning, stop time, but not exactly time itself. Basically, the perception of the people who get affected by this power. So time stops for only those individuals, I guess. Like they stop, realizing or like it. As I said before, it's really hard to understand, but I'm pretty sure you guys get what I'm trying to say, and that even though the time doesn't stop overall, like the people that get affected, they stop realizing that it's advancing, so they're just like stuck there. But yeah, it's basically like being paralyzed, but they can't like. It's like nothing happens. Like they can't think of anything. And yeah, like he got given that power, and it really looked like he was just being used as a tool, which was really sad. Like everything he's been doing so far wasn't something that you wanted. Like all of these assassinations, it was basically orders from someone else and probably the emperor himself. So yeah, that's the only thing that I really can't agree with Lelouch. But I'm not too sure if he's aware of this detail that is basically following orders. I believe he is. So yeah, I really hope that Rolo gets on his side and eventually they start like working together maybe, and that's like somehow this also ends up well for Rolo because I really can't blame him too much for what's happening. Like as I said, he's mostly being used, and we saw how Lelouch was telling him that what would be his future and that like about creating this new world for him, and we could see that he got affected. And even though Lelouch was only saying this because of this plan, like he was just manipulating him and making him believe that he really cares about Rolo, which is not the case. He's just wanting to use him as well, just like Britannia has been doing. So yeah, that's the only thing that I don't like right now, but we can't deny that Lelouch was really smart once again about how he did things. Yet all of this plan, they used a lot of people once again to go along with this plan, like the other guy who activated this structure to tilt and basically drag everyone to that place. And also the other guy who was supposed to shoot at Rollo, like that specific nightmare. And with that, you would step in front and prevent him from being killed. So that was basically a way to make him change Rollo and to make Rollo feel like he had the depth to Lelouch. And in the same way, Lelouch protected him afterwards. So that was basically creating a relationship between those two and having Rollo join him and not have him as an enemy. So with this, Lelouch identity will probably not be revealed, or not like his identity, but like him having his memories back. That's not going to be revealed to the Britannians. So yeah, that was really good for Lelouch and for the others who also got saved. That was also really nice, and I had no idea how he was going to do it, because it would be really tricky, as that was a really delicate situation. But yeah, everything worked out in the end. I'm really curious to find out about what happens next, now that Rollo is apparently on their team. And there's like only one thing that I've been a bit confused right now. It's about this Chinese Federation. Like I was not too sure of what the other guy was doing. We saw how he was attacking the Black Knights, and I'm not too sure if that's because of this whole situation with Zero, like he's not believing on Zero, and how he was not appearing and not being as smart as he thought. But yeah, I'm not too sure about it. Maybe things will be more clear in the next episodes. But right now, I'm really loving all of this. The story, once again, is developing really fast, and we see that every single episode is really intense. Since the first season, every single episode has a lot happening on it, and that's something that I really love. Like every time I go and start watching a new episode, I already know that a lot of things are going to happen, so I need to pay a lot of attention to what's going on. And I eventually also end up rewatching a lot of the scenes after my reaction, just to understand some of the things that happened more clearly. So yeah, right now, as I said, I'm really loving this. Can't wait to see what happens now that he apparently got Rollo on his side. So I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to this episode, and if you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. And you can also join my Discord and my Patreon if you want to get early access to my full reactions. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next one, so take care guys.